Happy New Year! It's 2023, and this is our video saying what we've got coming up this year. So normally, again, we release this as a newsletter, and this video will be sent in a newsletter. But normally we write what we've got coming up in the year. But this time we thought we'd see what happened if we release a video. Also, if you're watching this on Facebook, if you look back at some previous posts on like the Tango in Swansea page, or the South Wales Neo Tango, or the Urban Tango Nights group, or my own wall, you'll see a picture that I've uploaded, which is basically a list of all the events that we've currently got timetabled and planned for this year. So you can watch that or look at that in conjunction with this video. Okay, so where should we start? Probably start off with the beginning of the year. Weekly classes. So we're still going to be doing weekly classes. We're still going to be doing our Monday lunchtime class. We do need to rebuild that class. After COVID, the numbers in that class sort of have dwindled and they've been a bit patchy, I suppose. Great for the people who come along because they basically get private lessons or small group tuitions and stuff like that. But it would be nice to actually build that class into more of a community. So we're going to be working on doing that, and hopefully now with more people returning to the university for in-person teaching
and having to sit at the desk,
then hopefully we'll be able to rebuild that class up and get it as successful as our evening class and our practica. The evening class, that's still going to be going on Monday evenings from 7:30. There'll be an Taliesin. We've got that booked all the way through to June or something, and then we can probably do other bookings later. The evening class is a bit, the structure of it is changing at the moment because normally we're just going to do our usual style of starting with the complete basics of tango and then working through until 9 o'clock with building on making it harder and making it being a progressive class. However, we are going to be doing the 6-week beginner courses again, and our next one is on the 23rd of January, which means our evening class then gets split into two, with a beginners class from 7:30 till 8:15, and then the intermediate advanced class from 8:15 through. Though we still say to beginners, come up or you can still do all of the class because it still works on a progressive theme, because what we've worked on in the beginners class will then be the theme for the advanced class. We also say to advanced dancers or intermediate dancers, come along to the beginners class, largely because most people who say they're advanced are normally beginners.
And also, our classes are still going to be free and by donation, so you lose absolutely nothing apart from about 45 minutes by turning up for beginners.
And you also get a really good warm up and a really good grounding in the basic techniques, which I think everybody could do, can do with. So that'd be the evening classes. With all our classes, as Alison just said, they're going to be free and by donation. So everyone, no matter what means you're on, you can come along to this. They're suitable for all ages, 18 plus. Insurance for below that becomes a bit of a pain, so we're going to keep it to 18 plus for the time being. We have people from 18 up to 80, so there's no need to worry about age. No need to come with a partner. Pretty much everybody who comes to our class comes alone anyway, I think.
Yeah. Oh no, but one couple.
One couple come in, but
that's it.
But well, bear in mind we have about 30 in the class sometimes. So no need about not coming with a partner. We're going to keep up with the usual being an inclusive class, which means we cover all styles of Argentine tangos, from the Cheñangue, the Salon, Estanaza, Nuevo, Neo, Fusion. We're still going to be covering all that in the class. The classes will always work on basic tango technique and then build up to make sure that you fully understood that technique and using that technique by doing stuff which is much more advanced and possibly unusual, because we found that's the best way for people to improve and see that they have got the technique. So those are the classes. Might as well do Thursday Practica, which starts in 3 days on the 5th. That's still going to be a Practica. You come along, you practice your tango. That's what it says on the tin.
We may move our Monday class to Thursday evening, just because there are so many bank holidays in May.
There's 3 bank holidays over the
So otherwise we're going to miss a lot of classes. So
And we should also say there's still a practical on the Monday evening from 9 o'clock as well. yeah, so the practica, come along, practice. If you want mini classes in before it, we can discuss that on the actual day. Um, and yeah, practicing is a good way to
Yeah.
improve. And obviously, you've got two pretty experienced teachers
Mm-hmm.
there to guide you if you need any help and work with you if you have any specific needs.
There are always snacks.
And there's always snacks, yes. We will continue having snacks through all our classes and in events and drinks. We have now found out which biscuits are vegan. So
accidentally vegan, as they call it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's be something for everybody to eat as well. So that's the weekly stuff taken care of. Monthly stuff. We are going to be running our. It was we did call it a Practilonga in Macon. We've now upgraded it to a Milonga. There's still spaces in the room if you want to practice
Stuff, yeah.
and treat it as a Practilonga. However, I'm going to call it a Milonga because people seem to be very scared of the word practice.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, those will be going on the second Saturday of every month except December in 2023. They'll be preceded by at least an hour and a half workshop, sometimes a 2-hour workshop, which the first one will be on the 14th because there's an introduction to tango workshop to get new people into tango.
Yep.
Then followed by 3 hours of mixed tango music, again, inclusive. We know there's lots of people in Wales who like traditional tango music, so there'll be music for them. We know there's also a lot of people who like new wave music.
Yep.
There'll be music for them, so everybody can come together at our events. Again, that's our ethos of our club, bring people together. Other regular monthly events, we have the Create Milonga, which is held in Swansea. We've moved that from a Friday to a Saturday because people said it's easier for them to come on a Saturday, and we really want to try and encourage people from Cardiff to come to Swansea. We spoke about this in the Christmas Eve video. People in dance seem to be very attracted to travelling east.
Yes.
Let's try and get them travelling west.
Yeah.
So people from Cardiff come to Swansea. People from Swansea go to Cardiff. People from Cardiff go to Bristol. There's no reason why you can't go
the other way.
And hopefully get people from further afar coming to Swansea from Bristol as well. So yeah, the Create Milonga will also be going on. As usual, mix of music arranged in tanders, free to attend, normally a workshop beforehand, and food.
Always food.
We've also got, we're sort of not running on a monthly event, but normally every 6 weeks or so, the Tango in a Day courses. We haven't planned those out fully yet. We've got one on the 21st of January, and tickets already sound very well for that. Yeah. We've also booked one in for the 4th of March. We'll start selling tickets for that after the current one. Yeah. And then we'll look at doing ones probably in late April, early June and that sort of thing. So we'll announce those as and when they have come. As usual with all our events, we try to timetable them not to clash with anything in Wales. Actually, we timetable them not to clash with anything in Wales. And then also try and look at stuff that's happening around sort of Bristol and the borders. Obviously, it's almost impossible to do that, but yeah, we will, as always, as sort of respectful professional teachers and organisers, we will always try to avoid any other events that go on, and we hope other people will have the same courteous and standards as us. So then we've got the big events of the year.
Big one.
These are akin to festivals. One of them is a festival, which is the Welsh International Tango Festival, which will be on the 24th to 27th of November this year. Obviously, best tango festival in the UK.
I thought you were going to say in Wales, I think,
yeah, in Wales, but probably the UK. Certainly the friendliest, certainly the most diverse, certainly the most inclusive, and certainly the most amount of live music.
And certainly the most amount of food.
Yeah. We have we'll have 3 live bands. We've got 2 of the bands already lined up, which are Tango Del Mar and Tango Color. We're working on the 3rd band, but there will be a 3rd band. We have 3 different options for it, depending on what the logistics of it. Nick and Deanna are coming back, and they're going to be teaching a workshop on calcetas, and one which we haven't quite planned yet. We have Sean and Sue coming back. And I've got what workshops they're teaching. One is Not Deaf by Ochos.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
And I can't remember what the other one is. Eduardo is coming back. He's going to be teaching the sequence of Milonga style tango, and I forgot what the other one is.
You're supposed to remember these things.
Sorry, fluidity in the valse.
Okay.
That's it. We've also got some new teachers this year, which are, hopefully I get the names right, Mark and Alice, who are setting up Tango in Cheltenham, and they're starting their classes on the 16th of January. So this is, even though they've had teaching experience before, this is to try and encourage new teachers into festivals, because again, we found that many festivals don't support their local teachers or their local scene, or bring new teachers in to give them a chance to teach. So they're just interested in the big international names. So we are trying to get that sort of atmosphere going as well. And also, because they are more sort of New Ava teachers, they're going to be teaching New Ava workshops. In previous years, the workshops have been basically very generic workshops that cover all styles. This year we are going to have some New Ava workshops running side by side with sort of Milonga Salon workshops, so people can choose. So it also means that people don't get scared when they see the word New Ava. There's something they can go through if they want the reassurance of familiarity. We've also got Lorenzo Salzano. Yeah, there we go. From Creative Neo Tango Nottingham, or whatever they're calling themselves these days. And also
just Creative Tango Nottingham.
It's great. Okay. Yeah. I can't keep up with
There's
people.
Neo in it.
Yeah. And also Helen Felton, they're going to be teaching a workshop, which is basically going to be role swapping and gender fluidity and what these sort of things are, or queer tango. We know there's a lot of political issues about what to actually call this sort of stuff. So
everybody dancing together.
Yeah,
roles,
basically.
Just dancing. Yeah. It's just dancing.
So for the workshops, so he's going to be teaching the men, so he's going to be teaching them to lead and follow. Helen's going to be doing the same with the women, and then they're going to bring them together at the end and do the role swapping part then. It's just because if you get men who are trying to follow for the first time and women trying to lead for the first time, just because of dynamics of it just works. So it's to build up on that. From a queer tango point of view, I know that's sort of more political movement and there's a whole scene about that. We want to encourage people from that scene into Wales and show that we have got a welcoming event here for them. So we think that this workshop might be sort of like the icebreaker part of it, just to give people, say, we have got this. Obviously,
you are welcome anyway.
We're welcome anyway, but this is to be a little bit more forefront with it, I suppose, and a bit more active in that part of the scene. Anything else going on the festival? Oh, Goggy's Cuisine coming back.
Oh yes, obviously.
As far as DJs, Wayne is DJing, Sean is DJing, I'm probably DJing.
If there's a slot left for you.
Yeah, if there's a slot left.
Will Lorenzo be DJing?
Oh, Lorenzo's DJing as well.
I was going to say.
So yeah, we've got a pretty good festival there. We would really like to make it, to grow the festival. We had about 110 this year, which was a little bit down on last year, but with current economic climates, that's
reasonable.
Was reasonable. We'd really like to get up to about 150. So if you do want to book on, please book on now. There is a discount if you also book with a spring weekender. This year, unfortunately, we do have to put in the 30% deposit, non-refundable deposit. This is purely to protect ourselves. Unfortunately, there have been people putting on cash and events with us, and that is damaging our ability to at least cover the cost of the event, let alone take income. So that's purely to protect ourselves. One of the detriments of cash and events that really affects the dancers. So sorry about that, but we have to do it. Spring Weekender as well, that's coming back, which is again close to a festival. Miko and Christian are coming back. This is the 20th and 21st of May. Tango Del Mar are playing on the Sunday. Eduardo Bozo is teaching on the Sunday as well. Miko and Christian are teaching 3 workshops on the Saturday, plus a couple exclusive workshops on the Sunday. We do have the option to bring another band in, but we need bookings first. So those who came to last year's festival will know that Fernando and Dario were amazing musicians. They are actually coming to the UK with their band Valse 4, and they will be around in May time, so they could come to the festival, but we would need to have the ticket sales to be able to pay for them. So if you want to book on early, do that. And if we do that and we get good numbers for that, ideally if we can get up to that 100, 110 like we have at the festival, we can make the Saturday evening into a spring ball with food and everything, formal food rather than the
normal food
we put on. Anything else we've got? Hopefully this year we'll be doing some more DJing. I DJed at an event 2 nights ago. Looks like Lorenzo will be having us up in Nottingham. We're still working out the details for that. Yes. And I'm DJing for Tango and Canto in September as well for their Milonga. So if anybody else wants DJing or teaching, just drop us a message. Private lessons, we'll still be teaching our private lessons. So if you want those, give us a message. We also have our retreats as well, which are private residential retreats. Basically, you come and stay with us for a weekend, and we give you a load of private tango tuition and really immerse you in tango, and I take you for a trip to Gower and feed you.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in that, drop us a message. As far as teaching is concerned, in the Monday night classes, you'll be stepping back a little bit this year and probably getting Tara and Sarah to step up a little bit more to it. And hopefully we'll be also having some more of our regulars who've been coming for a number of years. We're going to take that, ask them if they're interested in doing some assistance as well to bring those on. So we think that bringing more teachers into Wales is a good idea. It certainly was useful in December when you were ill, and I could teach you Tara.
Yes, definitely.
Anyway,
it's just a security measure.
Security measure, and it just guarantees that we've got quality. We're not just going to somebody on the day. Can you cover the class, and they're not insured, and they're not.
And they're not, or they don't have the confidence either.
Yeah. So, I think that's our 2023 planned.
I think so.
Anyway, as we say, Happy New Year. We hope you have a prosperous 2023, and we hope to see you in our classes and events.